How about just close your eyes gently and take a nice breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. Ah, yeah, like a sigh. And let's do that again. And feel your feet on the floor, your hands soft, not moving. Just let your neck relax and your head relax. Your body float up, just gently, coming a little more and more into your body. Breathe down into your heart center and then into your belly. And let the information of the day just take a little bit of a back seat as you give yourself to this moment and this information. That the thoughts are quiet and allow for the feelings. And those feelings are around us. Those are the feelings of love and presence, and the feeling of honoring of this moment, the feeling of deepening your connection with yourself in this now moment, where there is nowhere else to go, to be, or do, just settling in. The energy around you, the energy in the room, settles in with you in that soft and loving anticipation of the message from Kryon.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. It is a time when my partner steps away. He has to. It has taken years for him to understand, to get out of the way of God. Not to hang in there, not to hold on, not to examine, not to judge. Channeling is much like your life. And we have said this before so many times, that the increase in human consciousness, the efficiency of the DNA will someday cause a society which would never need channeling. That the things that you are listening to now and paying attention to now will be intuitive and come through you because of one axiom of truth. God is inside. The study that you have as light workers, as advanced metaphysical thinkers on the planet, all of this, the ideas that you have are based on this. That the creator of the universe is literally invested in your soul. You are part of the plan, of the system, and that you are awakening to it as the ancients also awakened. It's come full circle, and you are now at the place of beginning of the planet where it was assumed, understood, taught, and now you're ready to use it. As light workers and advanced metaphysical thinkers, you want to find what you can do with this piece of God to stay longer, to be more peaceful, to heal your bodies, to connect to what is inside, not outside. We've said this before, that this idea often contradicts teaching. Fine teaching of those in love with God who say you must trust God instead of yourself. and let go. And what we are saying to you is letting go is a lot different than what you think. Letting go is getting out of the way of what is already in you. It's always been there, dear ones. As proof that it is there, we study synchronicity yet today with my partner. Synchronicity is letting go, is allowing intuition into your life in a more powerful way to guide you through it. All of you have the ability to touch the God inside. It has always been there, and so many deny it. Getting out of the way is to allow things, especially that which is your intuition, to increase in their efficiency, in their power. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because of who is here today. There are many who listen to these channelers. Many. But the channelings that they hear are often designed for the ears of the ones who are in the chairs. Who's in the chairs? You represent a selection of light workers who are not just looking more for the God inside, but have issues, specifics. You don't just come to enjoy the energy necessarily. Oh, there are many who do, and they're supporting the rest of you who have come with things you want to know. Overwhelmingly, there are those who say, I feel stuck. Nothing is happening at this moment. I'm in a circle. I'm repeating only what I've known. I'm dealing with energies I haven't had to deal with before. I have issues that seeming to be new and I don't know why. And we've talked about this over and over, about the energy shifting and changing, and the first ones who feel it, first ones, are you. You are so tuned to the God inside, to the spiritual atmosphere around you, that when something changes, it changes you first. There's a lot that must move around and take its place before you're going to find that niche where you say, here's where I belong. And sometimes the niche is only your joy factor. I'll say this again. The main purpose for the old soul and the light worker on this planet, main purpose, is to intermingle with the rest of humanity and show them your mastery. To show them what it's like to handle problems that they can't. Because you've got a countenance of kindness and peace, of integrity, where your buttons are not pressed the same way others are. You don't wring your hands with anxiety because of the politics you see, or the business you see, or the drug companies you see. Instead, you know there's a bigger plan and you're waiting for a higher integrity to sweep across the area or even the planet that you know is coming because you've seen it in you. People will come to you and sit in a chair and talk their problems. For some reason, they know that you'll listen. You won't talk over them with your problems. You will take them in and you will listen and you will make suggestions, or perhaps not. Maybe you'll simply listen, because that's all they need, is another caring human being. Not to take their load, but just to listen to their load. And you're good at it. That's mastery. One who cares enough so when they get out of the chair and walk away, they feel that they've been in the presence of somebody who loves them, that they can come back to, and they'll be safe. That's what a light worker does. And someone will say, well, yes, but I've been told I'm supposed to write a book, or I'm supposed to be a healer, or whatever, maybe in time, maybe the next time. But for now, the main purpose of you being here is to find your joy factor, because when you find that and drop into peace, you change the energy around you, and everybody knows it. Your family knows it. If you're a young person, your children know it. If you're a senior, your grandchildren know it. It is a different countenance of peace, and you mean it, and you don't pretend. There are many in here who do not have their joy factor. I know who's here, and that's why you're here. I want to tell you, it is in there lurking and waiting. It can't come too soon. And it is coming. But you've got to get out of the way. And let things happen and move and be working with the movements. Don't pre-assign your future. You limit God by pre-assigning your future. When you say, I believe this will happen, you give affirmations, and I've told you the thing that you should ask for that would be the best thing possible. Dear Spirit, tell me what it is I need to know. Dear Spirit, I am joyful, this or something better. Dear Spirit, I stand not knowing anything and being so at peace with it because I have God inside. What a teaching. Can a regular human being get to that place? They're sitting in front of me. That's what a light worker is equipped to do. That's what all of this is about, old soul. You've come and gone and come and gone and come and gone, and some of you say, why? What good is it to be an old soul if I'm miserable? And the answer is, that's not the design. Did you get it? He didn't come to suffer, no matter what anybody tells you. Suffering is not honoring God. It's dysfunctional. Get out of the way. Suffering is something you designed for you. And all the things around you press the buttons of suffering. And you accept them and suffer. And I'm telling you the truth of the way it is, dear human being. It is human created. Get out of the way. And discover that inside you is a peace that goes beyond any understanding, despite the situation. You'll hear affirmations. They're designed to create getting out of the way. Sometimes you'll say an affirmation and it's directly opposed to how you're feeling. You'll sit there in bad health, and an affirmation you will be saying is, I celebrate my perfect health. And part of the body will say, the logical part, you're a fool. But the sacred part will say, I hear you. And that's where it's going, because I hear you. Consciousness changes physics. The consciousness that you have, which is elevated way beyond the cellular structure you have, is then instructing the cellular structure where to go. And slowly you start to see it change only because you gave it the instructions. The God inside is in charge of your disease. The God inside is in charge of your discomfort and your suffering, if you get out of the way. Simple message, difficult to achieve. The biases get in the way. The training gets in the way. Others get in the way. Every single one of you may deal with this in your own way. But I want to tell you, you are not alone in a closet. There's an entourage with you, walks out the door with you, ready to take your hand and facilitate all of these things in the time that is perfect to do them. Years and years ago, and I change the page here to tell you this, and then I close. Over 10 years, I gave you an example of buying the ticket for the train. Except the ticket has no time on it. It says the train is coming. You hold the ticket in your hand and it's real. The train has come and gone for others. It's come and gone even for you. You know it's coming again. The train has a different color this time. It has a different purpose. There's a different reason. You love God, God loves you. The handshake is complete. You bought the ticket to the train, and there you sit in the train station day after day after day. You know it's coming, but it's not here yet. And you've got a choice. You can pace and wring your hands. You can worry and you can suffer. What if the train doesn't come? The train is late. It must mean something. The train hasn't come for a while. I wonder if it's been destroyed. Over and over and over and over. And then one day the train comes. It's beautiful. And you board it and you realize you wasted years worrying about this beautiful train that was always coming. Why don't you get out of the way, go to the train station and sing a song of joy? You know the train is coming. And it's beautiful and it's for you. It's got your name on it. And while you wait, you're so peaceful that others want to sit with you on the bench and wait as well. You can tell them beautiful stories and they'll listen. And they'll feel loved and they will have peace as well. An interesting little metaphor, which is the story of life. I'll be back. And so it is.